only had to kill one Megalodon. And it's funny because the only thing I really accomplished is now my Plesiosaur and my Mosasaur cannot get out. But Megalodons can still get in. So, pretty... Hey there folks, Mazion reporting for duty, and today we're gonna do a build. Yeah, I know, it's a build. We're gonna do a build, and it's gonna be the water pen. So I made some decisions, and I decided that what I'm gonna do is, instead of building the floor of this down a ways, I'm just gonna make the big water pen build, and then I'm gonna put the ceilings of the build at the very bottom of the sea and delete all the pillars that I do not need, save those resources, and use them to continue to do the build. I think that's probably the best plan. And this way we can get rid of that behemoth gate right away. We can get our dinos in and out of there right away as well. So I was thinking that this might be the best course of action. So I do actually need Amazioning the giant water critter. Come here, Amazioning the giant water critter. Actually, I'll probably have to swim it out, but we're gonna probably need some protection while we're out here in case there's some sharks or anything that comes up. I do not want to be caught with my pants down. And I've got all my deep sea gear with me. I'm gonna use that to get over to Amazioning faster. Come here, Amazioning. I must have your protection. Oh, you got some levels, do you? Well, let's put it in melee damage. Alright, see if we can get out of here. Kind of got him stuck over here on the land. But soon he'll be safe in a pretty large pen. As you can see, it's not going to come out that far, but it will section off a bunch of this land. So that's going to be pretty helpful. Alright, so I think I'm going to stick you... Let me see, where's a good place for you? Probably... Man, you don't maneuver very well. Probably something like right here will be good. And then we need our raft, because our raft's got all of our stuff in it. And this is going to be pretty close, but once all of these pillars are out of the way, there's actually going to be quite a large area out here. And we're going to probably take all of these things and move the ceilings down as far as possible. We can put the ceilings down on the bottom of these ones too, and then delete the rest of that stuff. We just want to make sure that we've got a foundation for the build. I'm not worried about anything being broken. This is not my PvP base, so no worries there. Alright, let's get the raft in position. Kind of want it out here somewhere closer to where I'm working because it's got all of the things. I went out today, and me and Zul'jin did the raft method. Got a bunch of stone, and I made 1,036 pillars and 100 ceilings. So hopefully that's going to be enough. And I've got my behemoth gate, my metal behemoth gate. So the first thing that we have to do is determine how high we need that gate to go. Let's get some pillars in here. Don't need parachute right now, but I do need some ceilings. Probably 14 should do, I think. What's my weight at? 271? Should be good. All right, so here we are. This is where we need to figure out how high this gate's gonna go. And actually, I do need the gate on me. So let's put ceiling at the top. I can't tell if that's exactly the right length away from, or the right height from the ground for this to work out. So we're gonna need just the gateway for now, and we're not placing it, but we want to see if we can position it on the top of this pillar. All right, we can. So if we go in the K mode, oh, back up. Okay, is it above the water? I can't see if it's above the water. Ugh. What about from here? No? Oh man, I mean that's gotta be close, right? Oh, it's so hard to tell. I thought I was gonna be able to see it, but I can't. Is it the right height? I do not know. There's no way for me to know. This is a problem. This is a problem I must remedy. So a way to remedy that is, let's go out and look at how tall it is in terms of walls. All right, so I came inside and I found a better way. I just am measuring it up against a regular behemoth gate. It is just a little bit taller than it. So as long as we have the behemoth gate, the stone one, out of the water here, we should be good. Now, I actually also used a mind wipe tonic today. Oh, you know what? I might actually want to even go down one from this particular space. So let's get on our scuba gear. Ooh, I might already be down one. Or more. I think this is going to do the trick. I think this is going to be perfect. So what we need now is to build out from here. And we need to put the behemoth gate right on it, and then we're going to build out from the behemoth gate. So when I built this little connecting structure out from my base, it is going to take a lot of pillars to do this build. All right. I believe I did it right off of the end. I might not have. So actually, one more out. And so it should be 8 across from there. And we'll be able to see if the behemoth gate is going to work out. All right, so I've built the support structure of the behemoth gate. And we're still pretty safe out here. The things are starting to look up. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have a look. Oh, we're going to have a look at this nice red ceiling. Look at that. It's amazing. It's a ceiling and it floats above my head. Wow. I mean, who would have thunk? A floating above my head red ceiling. Amazing. Anyway, so no, I'm going to have a look at where this is going to fit on this structure. So I've made a gate like this before, and I've made a system like this before, and so what we're going to do is we're going to try to line this up as best we can and as straight as we can. But the most important part about doing this particular kind of build is how far left and right this is. We want to make sure that it's equidistant on these 8 ceilings as best we can. It may or may not work out. Not a huge deal if it doesn't, but we have to build up on the sides. It looks like I'm a little cockeyed here. We have to build up on the sides of each to all the way to the surface of the water. So looks like we want to drift forward a little bit, not down. It looks like we're drifting down. Okay, yep. If I go up, puts me forward. Then now we want to make sure I have to move to the right a smidgen. Oh, now the left a smidgen. This is, the water physics makes this very difficult. Because every time you move, you're going to over move. So let's pull it back a little bit. Pull it to the left a little bit. We're pretty close, man. Pretty close. But it keeps sinking too far. And now I'm too tall. There we go. So move back, move back. Move back, move forward, to the left, now slide. All right. Pretty close, man. Oh, right there, I placed it. Okay, so it's a little cockeyed, but I'm not making another one of these. Definitely not. It could have been a little more perfect, but I think we got a decent distance on each side. Yeah, it's pretty well placed. I'm pretty happy with it. It could be like a smidgen better, and it is perfect. The perfect amount of height. I'm happy with this height. I want you to be able to see it above the water, but I don't want it to be too high up above the water. I'm gonna grab some more pillars here. Let's grab these 36, I guess. And do I have the gate on me now? Let's get the gate. Because I didn't mess it up bad enough so that we're not going to put the gate in. We're definitely putting the gate in. Yep. Bam! So now we have a door. Got a door to go into our little home for our fishy friends. And then so on the side here, you got to build up. So not only are you going to have to go down with these pillars, they got to go all the way up. And obviously the goal is to make sure that you keep out megalodons. So that's why the left to right justification is important. Plus for the aesthetic look. Alright, so. I wish it was going to be more on the water. But this is what we're looking at. That's how tall it's got to be. So the gate and pen is going to come this far above. And we're not continuing these ceilings at the bottom any further. They are only there to hold up the behemoth gate. And so what I'm thinking is that I'm really hoping that 1,000 pillars is going to be enough, but I'm not really sure that it is. We just used 28 to do that. It's quite a lot of ceilings, quite a lot of pillars. And every time we come out, gotta do it again. And so the easiest way to build like this is to not skip. Because once you start to try to place pillars in between, that's when you get wonky water building physics, which is really a pain in the butt. So if you already know that you have enough pillars to do the build, you're gonna wanna build out every ceiling. You don't wanna skip a ceiling like I'm doing right now. Because this is just gonna put me in for a whole world of hurt later. Hey, look, rather. That's a Pteranodon egg. This is where all my eggs are ending up. I'm getting some of them up there, but, I mean, I'm not really surprised to find one down here. Okay. So, yeah, do not skip if you can avoid it. I'm just worried that 1,000 isn't going to be enough, and at least if I can get the skeleton of the build done, that's the important part, because I can always finish the rest of it another time. Where's my raft? Hey, there you are. Up! Oh, thank you very much. And more pillars, please. And you can have an egg. Right, because I don't need that egg right now. We've only got 50 of these pillars again. Let's see how many it takes. Oh, well, let's get to the bottom here. Finish up the bottom and then see how many it takes to do the next level. But luckily, this is why I didn't go out any farther. Because I didn't want to... Because I wanted to be able to reach the land as soon as possible in this curvature so that I won't waste pillars. I can use as few as possible. So, once all of those pillars are out of the way and stuff, it's going to be a lot easier to do this. So, after this whole system is built... I already got that down there. Alright, so we got 46. The next objective is to lower all of the foundations to the floor. Gamma up. At 46 pillars. See how many it's going to take to get down to the bottom of this. Oh no, I wasted one. So 45 minus whatever. All right, so what'd I say? 45. So 28. So it took 28 to get down there. So man, I'm not sure that 1,000 is gonna be enough. But we're gonna try. We're gonna try to get this finished up today. I want to be able to start doing work on the rest of the base. I want to get this base done. I really do. We went for a long time this season with no practical facilities to work out of. And now I want to have practical facilities. I want everything to be easy for me. I want to be able to build my PvP base, but I want that also to be easy. And that's why we're out here today. Whoa! That was a leap. That's why we're out here today making this happen. So what I think I'm going to do now gonna wait a little bit for daytime to come. Actually, I don't need to wait for daytime. I'm gonna put together a water pen building montage. Are you surprised? Are you surprised that I am gonna do a montage during a build? I bet you're not. I tried to avoid it, but this particular build is not gonna be very interesting to watch. I'm just gonna be doing ceilings and pillars the whole time, trying to get this thing together. So anyway, without further ado, montage! All right, so the build's done. Well, I say done, but it's not actually done. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to have to use twice as many pillars as I had originally. Because it took, what, 1,100 plus 36? I had to make some extra pillars and ceilings to get the build done. And I'm going to go get a bird, and we're going to have a look at it real quick from the top. But I only got it done doing every other one, and I still didn't reach all the way to the land with this part, and I also did not do that over here. On both accounts right now, it's going to be super easy because it only requires one pillar per, so we just need to reach it to the land, but then we have to fill in all of the other bits. Let's get on the Joker. Bring the Joker out. As you can see, it corners off right there, and it's going to come over to the land. It's going to go from that side all the way over to here, all the way to the land, and then we're going to have a fence and a behemoth gate, and we're going to fence off the land area there. But the right side is actually bigger or longer than the left side, and that's because down below, all of these pillars on this side were 40 to 50 pillars long. So it took a ton of resources. And once I got over here, I realized that we needed to get past this rock if we wanted it to intersect with a wall that we're going to make, which goes up onto the land. So, now I guess we'll go down inside and we'll have a look at what it looks like right now as is. So let's get up over here. We'll put on our stuff. Bam! We're going in! Alright, so on this side it was really simple. Really easy. I finished it very quickly, but then as you go over in this direction, it's just all very deep. It did go down until there and then start to move up, but it was still like 40 pillars at that side over there. Mazion and got out of my way. And then this came all the way around, and it was lucky that we actually started to come up towards the land past this rock, because I would have run out of pillars way sooner if I had kept going. So it's pretty amazing, the progress that we got done. I only had to kill one megalodon, and it's funny because the only thing I really accomplished is now my plesiosaur and my mosasaur cannot get out, but megalodons can still get in. So pretty funny. And I decided what I'm going to do Oh, yeah, also I found so many eggs down here, so they're definitely dropping through from my birds. I found 3 Argentavis eggs and a couple of Pteranodon eggs down in here. Picked them up, brought them up, and put them in the fridge. And yeah, so down here we're going to delete all this stuff here, and I think the next portion of this project is going to be to put the ceilings at the bottom of all of these pillars, and then delete all of the pillars and delete all of the walls up here and the underside here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use all those materials to make the pillars to finish this build. And obviously I'm going to have to farm some extra, but I can't take this behemoth gate out. Unfortunately, we do have the middle one in here, but this behemoth gate is still protecting our aquatic friends from megalodons because they can still get in here. Man. And so I think I'm going to do the same thing with these other pillars. I'm going to come down and lower these all to the bottom. I need to do another set over here. And of course, I'm going to have to do that all the way around the sides. And on the far side, I'm going to need to create another foundation area in order to make my greenhouse that's going to go over there. And so when I go to do this process, it's going to be, obviously what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a Mazioning, and I'm going to use Mazion. He's got 1,352 weight. And I'm going to use him to make all of the pillars, and I'm just going to deposit them on him as I'm working down here. That'll make my life a lot easier. So, I do need to move a Mazioning. He's going to need to be up back where I had him before on the land, because megalodons can still make their way in here, and I don't want it to, like, take off and go far away from here. Downstairs. So yeah, so that was a lot of work, and I'm gonna do the rest of the work off cam. It's a wicked pain. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I was actually wrong, and it doesn't matter if you stagger these or not. If you have pillars next to pillars connected to ceilings and you're trying to make a gate like this, it's always a pain to snap them this close. It doesn't like it for some reason. It is not fun at all. And yeah, so that's something that you're gonna run into no matter if you stagger them or if you just try to build them one at a time all the way. It's still gonna be a pain. So I think that I made a hole in here. Yeah, I definitely made a hole in here, and I did that because I was being lazy and I wanted to come up and get to my materials. I had to make some more pillars and some more ceilings, and it was a wicked pain in the boot. It was a wicked pain in the boot. And Monkey Farm stopped over for a minute too. I had to go help him out. I didn't have to help him out, but I thought I would. He's looking for a Quetzal. He's using the grappling hook method to tame one. And actually, I'm going to cut to a clip real quick of me looking at him doing this in the third person, because it was amazing to watch from the third person. It was really funny. So we're going to cut to that right now, have a look at that, and then we'll be right back.
The game thinks you're in a different spot or something. You're dangling from the rope, and it takes a while for it to, like, you know, find out the position, whatever.
Man, it's foggy. This is so awesome to watch. I'm gonna make this my intro today. I mean, it was very much more interesting watching that from a third person perspective than doing it myself. He has had a rough time. And he ended up dying, and he had to go back and start over. Hopefully, he's out there right now doing it, and I hope that he is successful. He's already put down 2, and they've both died, and so he's trying another time. But anyway, we've got this pen. It's coming to life. I got to make 1,200 more pillars-ish to finish it off, and I'm definitely not going to do that on cam, because making the pillars work in between these ones, you know, it's a really big pain to place them, and I couldn't even make a montage out of it. It is that big of a pain. It would just be like trying to place a pillar over and over again, and then failing, and then having it break, and then putting it at the bottom of the sea, man, it's just a wicked pain in the butt. So not gonna be able, I'm just gonna do it off cam. We're gonna get it done, and then we'll be back in action, and we'll be able to do all this other work that we're planning on doing. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's episode, folks. If you like today's episode, please press the like button. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. If you have anything to say, do it in the comments below. And as always, be excellent to each other, folks. Have a great day. See you later.